you know, one, to project influence of control and stability and safety, and say, hey, I'm here, I'm part of Salisbury, and we're watching, you know. But also to, you know, to a shopper or a visitor to say, hey, what's going on? You know, you looking for somewhere to have lunch? Oh, okay. Why don't you try this place over here?
Right.
Why don't you try Brew River or Mojo's or My Bella's or Rody Joe's or Market Street? Or I could list them all, but you know,
Right.
stop right there.
And yeah, I mean, it's the pride that I feel for my community now, having been here 5 years and having had multiple campus jobs and having, you know, now having, you know, a business in the area. It's like I work sometimes on the grounds on campus doing horticulture, and I see, you know, Monday morning beer cans, Monday morning broken bottles, and I do feel bad. Like, I feel like I see the early morning old man walking down the street and picking up cans on his property that he didn't throw there the night before, and it makes me sad, and it's something I didn't think about when I was a freshman. It's something I didn't think about when I was even a sophomore, about the residual impact that so many people all coming to a town for the first time, that they don't have a relationship with the town yet. They are not from this town. This is their playground in their mind. And I see it in my hometown. I you know, there's a school near me, Rowan University, and these kids come from North Jersey and Philadelphia. In their first 2 years, they look at it as, why would anybody live at Rowan? This is just where I go to school. Like,
Right.
it's not. They have no respect for it.
Right.
And over the years, I've grown respect for Salisbury. And I've realized that this isn't just a community to come to, go to school, and laugh about and be like, oh, I go to Salisbury. Like, first of all, if you have that kind of attitude, you're a defeatist. You know, you're choosing to go somewhere and then acting as though you're superior to it. It makes no sense. And to dirty your own community, you know, drunkenly throwing cans on people's lawns, that's something that I think has to be the fraternity leaders in the community, the sports teams leaders in the community have to tell their younger members, the people who are me and Dan Bittman's age and have been here for a little while, been around the block, they need to start with themselves. They need to say, yo man, cut it out. You know,
Absolutely.
Pick that up, like or whatever it may be.
And they'll have far more influence than somebody like me ever will. You know, they'll be able to influence their lacrosse team members or wrestling team members or football team members or fraternity brothers or sorority sisters much more than I ever will. I mean,
Exactly.
they've got that relationship, that peer relationship where you can say, hey, cut it out.
Yeah, and I think that incentivizing everything needs to be, everything that you want to see results with, you have to incentivize, in my opinion. I mean, my fraternity, the biggest thing that we would get up for to do was this, we would work the lacrosse games. And we did that because we were getting paid to do it.
Nice.
But we weren't getting paid individually. The fraternity was getting paid. So it was more of this greater good type of thing. It wasn't like an individual could blow it off because, oh, well, it's just me not making money. You know, it's like, you know, you can call out sick and work and you can just think, well, I'm not making money that day, so, you know, it's no big deal. I'm not going to work when I'm not making money. But for this, it was, no. If you don't show up, the fraternity isn't making money. Or if you don't show up, our team isn't making money. So that accountability made us show up and made us do good. So maybe incentivize, you know, a campus cleanup every morning, maybe every Monday morning, or maybe incentivize a youth program. You know, just basically, we always encourage people to do things, philanthropic events, and we don't want to compensate them for it. We want them to just do it out of the kindness of their own heart, and that's good. But I don't think those types of things work as well. You know, I developed a plan when I was a junior here with my friend in the fraternity. The plan was to better utilize our community service hours. It was, instead of going and doing a highway cleanup, and, you know, 2 days later that highway looks the same as it did when we got there that day. Instead of spending 3 hours doing that, why don't we take the time that we would do that and work for free selling hot dogs and hamburgers on the campus? Use the money we would make, put back into the charity. We're doing useful things and, honestly, more fun things. It's more fun sitting on campus serving up coffee and hot dogs to people. And that was our idea. We entered an entrepreneurship contest. The idea was to have a food cart that would allow everybody to use their community service hours in a more productive way. And, obviously, a very financially beneficial way for everybody. So, I mean, things like that. Just figuring out ways to pay people for doing the right thing.
And what you're talking about is that value proposition. And you're saying, you know, what is it worth to you to do X, Y, or Z? And what we want to say is, similarly with staying here, you know, we want to say we want to make this place a better place for you, because we have to directly appeal to the individual. And we have to find some way to appeal to the individual. And so, you know, one of the things that we're looking at doing, and I think I shared this with you before, is we're looking at saying to graduates of Salisbury University, you know, the state of Maryland, if you have college debt, will give you cash toward the purchase of a home in the state of Maryland, $5,000. We'll match it. $10,000 in Salisbury to buy a home in Salisbury. And then I want to give you a free membership to the co-working space downtown so you can start your business. So let's say you don't have a job set up. But, we're going to help you develop your business. We're going to give you, assistance in developing your business plan and give you access to lawyers and accountants and the people who can guide you, give you access to business leaders in this community. But take that concept and, as you're suggesting, and roll that all the way down to community service. Roll that all the way down to the lifespan of a student's time here at Salisbury University. And we want to make all of this more appealing to you. And so we don't get to just excuse where we are and say, well, we want these close ties with the university, but we're not willing to work for it.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully students aren't saying, well, I want people to stop complaining about me being a part of this community as a student, but I want to keep throwing bottles and cans on their lawn. So there's got to be, we've each got to be willing to take that step to be a better partner to each other.
Exactly.
And I think that's where we're headed. And
I do too.
I think we're gonna make real progress over the coming years. There.
I feel it in myself. I feel the change happening in me throughout these years to want to take care of the community. And I think if some guy you're an education major, and instead of something that isn't productive, maybe they say, hey, look, we want you to do what you do best. What did you do in high school? You played football? All right, how about this? There's a football team down there. You go volunteer time there, and we'll give you a little scratch, a little extra money for being in college or anything. What I'm saying is utilizing what they do best.
Yes.
What everybody does best individually. And not making it this concrete thing, but a broad thing. Like, hey, you come to us, you fill this out, and you apply, and you tell us exactly what you're going to do. We're going to look at it, and we're going to say, is this a value? Here's what we have to give. Bang. Let's get it done.
And I think as frequently as possible, if we can even appeal to the academic interests of a student to say, look, if you've got this skill set in marketing or whatever, we want to apply it to our marketing needs, and in return, look, whatever it is, I'll be your reference. I'll be your first reference. The mayor will be your first reference, or we'll help secure you an internship in another agency when you leave here. I mean, we've got to have real tangible results. We've got to have some sort of appeal. And believe me, I'm very results oriented. I'm all about results. I won't tell people how to do their jobs, but
exactly.
But I'm going to have high expectations when it comes to results.
Well, we've been talking politics all day. How about we get to know Jake Day a little bit more? We were wondering, are you like a beer, newspaper, football guy, or are you like a wine, listen to blues albums and look at art kind of guy?
Wow, if those are the choices, I'm definitely a beer, newspaper, football guy.
When you said that, I was like, well, I mean, you could drink beer and like blues, or you could read the paper and
I guess I've gone through phases in life. There was time. Okay, I'll paint a picture. When I was at Maryland, and I hope this isn't too. Look, I'll just say it. I'll just say it. Yeah, when I was at Maryland, I was the cheapest beer possible kind of fraternity brother. That's
Were you in a fraternity?
Yeah.
What fraternity?
Alpha Tau Omega, ATO.
Alpha Tau Omega, okay.
Roo Rah Rega Alpha Tau Omega. So I was at ATO, and I was lucky to be at the University of Maryland at that time. We had a national championship basketball team and Orange Bowl winning football team. I mean, it was good. Those were the glory days.
Yeah.
Although this year we're ranked number 1 preseason.
Oh, wow.
Go Terps. And then later on, I was at Oxford University, and I was much more of a port and cheese kind of guy.
Right. Because that's what the Oxford girls liked.
Well, yeah. And you had to wear your what's called sub-fusk. You had to wear your cape to dinner in the hall, so we would go eat in the Harry Potter hall at Christchurch. I was in Christchurch College, and it looked like Harry Potter, and you went and you wore your little cape gown thing, and you had a little port afterwards. So I've gone through phases in life.
Right on.
And really, since my daughter was born, I haven't had a chance to. I've been too tired to have even a beer with dinner. So frankly, I'm probably a lightweight.
We kind of nailed it on the head. That's kind of what we thought. Actually,
we were thinking, just like most people, a little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
You go through different phases in life.
Yeah.
So this phase that you're at now in life is pretty cool. I mean, have you had time to kind of take it all in and think, you've what most people would consider you've made it. You've come back to your hometown. You're running for mayor. You're gonna win. You got all these great plans. You got so many people supporting you. Do you feel that? Are you happy?
Yes. I appreciate that, and it's really humbling because there's nothing particularly special about me. I'm a guy who cares about his town, and I'm like a lot of people, but but yeah, I've worked hard, and I want to bring that skill set. I feel like this is something I've been training for my whole life. You know what I mean? I've been serious about this place and wanting to make it better since I was a kid. Now that said, you mentioned time. It's been tough to take time to appreciate that. Because for the last 2 months, I've had my daughter Lily. She was born 2 months ago. I've been focused on that.
Right, as you should be.
Yeah.
I hope that after you win this election, you tell some people no.
Oh yeah, without a
You
doubt.
go, listen, I got the election.
I'll come see you guys
I got my
anytime you
daughter.
want, but no, and maybe I'll bring her in here.
Yeah.
We can put her on the radio.
Got a nice little
Perfectly
chair right
fine.
there.
Actually, she would love that.
There's a whole chair. We're fine.
But
that's-
so
that's
I haven't
great.
taken the time to appreciate it yet, but hopefully tonight I'll take a little bit of time. We're gonna have virtually all of the candidates, I think all but 2 of the candidates at Headquarters Live downtown.
Okay.
So we're going to be celebrating down there. We've got AMP Studios, SBY, the youth instrument development group. They've got a band put together. That band is going to be playing music
Nice.
for us tonight. So we're going to have kids from Salisbury empowered playing music for us tonight.
Yeah.
On stage, playing for the mayor and the council members as they get elected tonight. So we're gonna have a good time. You guys should come out downtown if you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Definitely Headquarters Live tonight. You heard it, folks. That's where the party's at.
Food,
So,
beer, music.
rub elbows with all the
Politicians.
Salisbury Illuminati.
Johnny Janisic.
will Johnny Janisic, the Furniture King, be there?
Oh, obviously.
Okay, thank God.
I assume so.
Folks, you heard it here. Johnny Janisic is taking time off his huge busy schedule to be at this party. So if you want
Is
to
that
meet
a real person, by the way?
Oh,
the
we're-
Furniture King of Delmarva, how
big
dare
on
you?
him.
Yes.
We're big on him.
You're big on Johnny Jones.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
we talk about him every day. Updates on what he's up to.
We
and
feel as
it's
though
really great.
there's some backroom poker games going on with Johnny Janisic,
The real power
Preston
broker.
Ford, all the power players.
The real power broker.
All the ones who have commercials on Salisbury, smoke people access. Very
Russian
smoky
roulette.
room. How can we move furniture? So, yeah, we love Johnny here. He sponsors the show unofficially. He doesn't know he sponsors it, but he gets a lot of airtime in the morning.
Gets a lot of airtime.
Morning Bittman show.
You guys send him a bill every month, right?
Yeah, hasn't responded. We told him just send us some furniture. I need a bed really bad.
He hasn't cashed our checks yet.
Johnny, give us a call, 410-548-4760. And that goes for anybody else. If you have any last minute questions for Jake, we're wrapping up here, and we're going to be getting going. I know he's got a busy day ahead of him. You already voted. You got the sticker on.
I did. I voted. I visited
now,
all 5 of the polling locations already this morning.
that's good.
Wow.
Nice. See, and he's not resting on his laurels, folks. He knows he's going to win, but he's there. He's at the polls.
That's right.
He's showing support.
I work for you.
Do you have to be a Salisbury resident to vote for mayor of Salisbury?
Yes, you do.
Now, what does that entail? Now, somebody like us,